সাগৰ শুনা পাইছা? সাগৰ শুনা পাই আছা? হেল্ল'?
শুনা পাই আছো, নীৰজ শুনা পাই আছো।
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir.
What is this meaning that Assam corridor?
I don't know how it happened.
Only Assam Devi corridor and other states are not taking corridor. No?
I think we always have a choice. We should we should make it to everyone's.
Everyone, yeah.
Maybe at one time it was someone at the. I'll just test it first.
The strange things are, will it not be better to collect it from all the states?
Hello, excuse me, sir. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Only 3 participants only.
It's okay, sir. Please come.
Hello. Excuse me, sir. Hello. Can anyone hear me? Hello. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Video is also clear, sir. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Video is very
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Video is also clear, sir. Hello.
We shall start in next 1 or 2 minutes time, just waiting for everyone to join, all the participants. So we'll start in 2 minutes time. Everybody has joined us. So we start now. A very good morning and a very warm welcome to NERES 1.0 Valedictory program. NERES is the Northeastern Region Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit, sponsored by Northeastern Council, NEC, and organized by Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, IIE, in collaboration with Federation of Industries and Commerce Northeastern Region, FINER. It's a pleasure to have you all here today for this Valedictory program digitally. So today we are joined by officials of NEC, the sponsor organization of NERES 1.0. So we have with us respected Dr. Biman Kumar Datta, member NEC, respected Air Marshal Shri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, PVSM, AVSM, VSM retired, member NEC, Shri K. Moses Chalai, IAS, Secretary NEC. I extend my warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship and FINER. I also welcome our distinguished guests from NEC, Shri Kelvin Harris Kharsing, Planning Advisor, Shri Gaigonding Panme, Financial Advisor, Ms. Lal Rodingi, Advisor, Banking and Industries, NEC. Welcome to all. My heartiest welcome also goes out to Mr. Pavitra Boragohai of FINER, President FINER, Mr. Rajiv Goswami, Senior Associate FINER, and other officials and members of FINER. And from IIE, I would like to welcome Dr. Abhijit Sharma, Director IIE, Dr. Shriparna Biborwa, Faculty IIE, and other officials of IIE. So I welcome all of you once again to this digital valedictory program of NERES. So to start off the program, may I request Director Dr. Abhijit Sharma, sir, to give the welcome address. Sir, please.
Thank you, Anusha. Good morning, everyone. Respected Professor Biman Kumar Datta, member NEC, respected Air Marshal, retired Sri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, PBSM, ABSM, VSM, member NEC, Sri K. Moses Salai, IAS, Secretary NEC, Sri Kelvin Harris Harsing, Planning Advisor, Sri Gai Goding Panmai, Financial Advisor, Srimati R. Lalludingi, Advisor Banking and Industry, Sri Povitra Buragohai, Finer, Secretary Finer, Sri Rajiv Goswami, Finer, other members from Finer family, our I family, awardees who's getting the awards, other participants, budding entrepreneurs, jury members, and all people associated with NERES. A warm welcome to all of you for this valedictory function. The groundwork for NERES 1 summit began around November 2019 with the sponsorship of NEC and co-organized by FINER. I successfully implemented various activities under NERES 1, and finally today it has culminated into the valedictory program for distribution of certificates and awards of rupees 5 lakh grant to 30 selected winners. NERES was started with a vision to stir up entrepreneurial minds across the Northeastern states. There is a lot of potential amongst the youth in the Northeast, and a new generation of entrepreneurs are budding here. There is a need to promote such entrepreneurial minds by offering them specific services, hand-holding, and addressing various challenges faced by the startups. From our experience of working in the field of entrepreneurship, and more recently with the startup, IES identified funding, or what we call a starting capital, as a major roadblock for any entrepreneurial idea to take off. Lack of these starting capital often becomes a hindrance for any good idea to convert itself into a commercial venture. With this in mind, NERES was conceptualized to help identify promising ideas, fund them to kickstart their business, and also to give them a platform to network with key startup stakeholders across the country. Keeping the context of Northeast, a few priority sectors like the agri and food tech, textile, handicrafts, tourism, waste management, services, health and wellness, IT and ITES, media and entertainment were identified under NERES. Due to the global pandemic, the final summit, which was supposed to be held physically in Guwahati in the March, had to be postponed. However, adapting to the times and the need of the hour, I went ahead digitally and successfully concluded NERES 1. The key activities undertaken under NERES were the outreach programs in 8 states to generate awareness and call for applications, statewide online pitching of ideas, followed by screening and scouting of the 50 best ideas, online bootcamp for 50 ideas, final online pitching of 50 ideas and selecting top 30 as winners, and creating awareness among the emerging opportunities. A number of webinars were organized where we brought in experts from all across the country, very, very eminent speakers, to give or deliberate on the priority sector to the budding entrepreneurs. Looking ahead, the 30 winners that we find are from the states of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Sikkim, Manipur, and Nagaland. However, the outcome is not just about awarding these 30 startups. The entire process of NERES has identified a larger group of entrepreneurs, ideas, who have the ability to convert these ideas into business ventures with some hand-holding and mentoring support. More importantly, it has also created a method and template to source startup entrepreneurs from different parts of the Northeast region. The process can be repeated every year, we feel, from IE, to build up a robust entrepreneurial culture and ecosystem, and also a funnel for some of these entrepreneurs to get up into the system, whereby with some amount of fund, we can then push them into a commercial venture. I also would like to take this opportunity here to congratulate the winners, all the 30 winners, They come out of the 700, roughly about 700 people who had applied. And so congratulate to all of you for coming up as winners. But I would ask the others not to despair, because some of the ideas were really good, and we believe some amount of polishing will help them to come down with the entrepreneurial venture, and hopefully we will be dealing with you in the future. I would like to take this opportunity to thank NEC immensely for sponsoring such a unique program. I think this is one of the kind in the entire country, and especially for the Northeast. And we look forward to this association becoming stronger, particularly in this field of entrepreneurship and startup. I would also like to thank FINER for associating with us, advising us, giving them what I would call as the feel of the grass. And I would like to thank the entire team of FINER for being with us and making this program a success. I would like to thank the team at IIE, led by Dr. Shiparna Borua, for making this program a huge success. There were challenges, as you are aware. We were actually thinking of having it physically. We had to convert it into a digital platform, but thanks to the team, we really made a success of it. And thanks to that, I think we got an opportunity to get some of these entrepreneurs talk and interact with mentors from across the country. Lastly, I would thank the members of the jury and others who have contributed immensely to make this program a success. A special thanks to Hasina Karbi and Impulse Network for their collaboration and bringing in institutions like Facebook, which not only showcase this and increase the outreach, but help us connect and hopefully connect with the outer world, especially in marketing and getting the products to the global world. Thanks to everyone again for this wonderful opportunity that I got, and it's a learning experience for all of us. Thank you again, and welcome again for this function. Thank you. Anusha.
Thank you, sir. Sir have rightly mentioned that there is a big need to boost up the startup ecosystem of NER. So hopefully we can all collaborate together and build a more inclusive system for the startups of this region. So now moving on to our next speaker, we have Dr. Shiparna Borua from Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship. Ma'am, I would now request you to take us through the journey of NERES. It's been an experience for all of us. So please take us through the journey, and maybe you can take 1 or 2 minutes more than the stipulated time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anusuya. A very good morning. Respected Dr. Bimankar, member NEC, Air Marshal Anjan Kumar Gogoi, member NEC, Secretary NEC, Sri K. Moses Chalai, Mr. Kevin Harris Kharsing, Planning Advisor, Mr. Pame, Financial Advisor, Madam Lalduringi, Advisor of Industry and Banking and Industry, Mr. Pabitra Borgohai, President FINER, Director IE, NERES winners, invited guests. It gives me great pleasure to take you through our journey of having organized the first of its kind Northeast Regional Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit. And it's also IE's foray into being a facilitator for the startup ecosystem. This has, as our director has already mentioned, it has been a great learning experience for us. And the thought behind the conceptualizing there is a need for something like NERES dates back to about 3 years back, when along with FINER, we were thinking about how do we facilitate, become an active facilitator in the startup ecosystem. While the startup ecosystem was evolving in Northeast, and there, as we know that there are a lot of summits being organized the last 4 or 5 years, but often we found that these initiatives never applied into entrepreneurs. Very few entrepreneurs actually get access to venture funds, angel funds. So we tried to look into what was the issue there. Do summits actually lead to such type of access to finance? And we actually brainstormed, and we found that what startups need, whether it's seed fund, venture fund, they look for a proof of concept. They also look for scale. Now, both of these are often a difficult proposition for entrepreneurs, startups from here, because they are basically first generation entrepreneurs. So some sort of a grant would go a great way in actually building up the proof of concept. And we also tried to look at the entire cycle through which a startup goes. The first is a proof of concept, then startup can access seeds, angel fund, and finally it comes to the venture funding. So when we conceptualized the entire NERES, we looked at the entire value chain of how to help startups at different levels. So again, I would like to thank you, NEC, for enabling us to pilot through this Northeast Regional Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit, and our learnings through the learnings that has happened through this journey. I think we have a lot of things which are giving us indicators as to what interventions are needed in future. Well, as our director has already mentioned, our journey began in December 2019 by identifying 8 priority sectors. These priority sectors are sectors which we looked at, which have relevance to Northeastern region. And these priority sectors are the sectors where we encourage people to come up with their startup ideas. Before going through starting the process, we started having an advisory body. Each of the 8 priority sectors had 8 advisory body. And in this advisory body, we had industry experts and we had entrepreneurs who were basically guiding us. We also definitely had a working committee comprising of representatives from IIE and FINER. And the journey, as we started with the outreach program in all the 8 states of Northeast. And we decided not to just stick to the state capitals, and we went beyond the state capitals to have programs in places like Lunle, Churachandpur, etc. in Manipur. So through our outreach programs, we touched more than around 5,000 aspiring and existing entrepreneurs. We have a dedicated website through which, when we call for applications, we found 1,500 registrations happening in the website. From the 1,500, it is 695 who had successfully completed the registration process. So in statistics, we had 298 from Manipur, which was the maximum number of people registered amongst the 695. We had 234 from Assam, 17 from Mizoram, 14 from Nagaland, 75 from Meghalaya, 28 from Sikkim, 17 from Arunachal, and 12 from Tripura. And once we had this registration done, we had a screening committee. As far as possible, we took it. We had representatives from different states from the Northeastern region. From the 650 selected candidates who had completed the registration process, we selected 200 from the screening committee selected 200. For these 200 selected candidates, we had a state level pitching. We covered all the states. Assam, we had state level pitching in Assam, Manipur and Sikkim. People from Arunachal, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland, because the numbers were not very many and they're nearer to Assam, they had their pitching in Guwahati itself. So beautiful ideas came in through that pitching. So primarily we had maximum number of ideas in the services sector, which was more in the edutech sector and the retail sector. We had next was the agri sector, which had about 21% of the ideas coming in the agri sector. Handloom and textile had about 15% of the ideas coming in, followed by tourism, IT and IT-enabled services, health and wellness. About 4% of the ideas was in the waste management and 2% in the media and entertainment sector. We had by the first week of March, we completed the selection from the 200 to 50 selected. There also we had, through the pitching process, we had again representatives from different states as far as possible. We were about to organize the final summit on 20th and 21st of March. It is at that point that because of the pandemic, we had to postpone. We had initially planned the summit would ultimately culminate into a 2-day conference where the 8 sectors that we had identified, we would have parallel sessions, and in these parallel sessions, we would be discussing more and more on opportunities which are there in these different sectors, particularly for Northeastern region. Going forward, from May onwards, we decided to go on the virtual mode. And as again mentioned in the inaugural speech, in the welcome speech by director, we had a host of webinars. We had a total of 12 webinars we organized, and the pandemic to some extent became a boon because we could have experts from all over the country coming and addressing people. And in these webinars, not only the NERES participants, but it was open to others also, many aspiring entrepreneurs, existing entrepreneurs actively participated in these webinars. Finally, these 50 shortlisted candidates went through an online pitching process. We had jury members, which were industry experts, academics, and entrepreneurs from Northeast as well as outside the region. And then we came to the 50 shortlisted ideas. Amongst the shortlisted ideas, we had a few who had already qualified, because more than 30, we actually have in 30 about 49 good ideas which were actually qualifying for this. Many of them, about 11 of them had already qualified for the Assam Startup Summit. They've already got a grant from Assam government. So we decided that we'll give them a special recognition, but they definitely are very, very deserving candidates. And we've given them a special mention. We thought the grant can go to some people who we get, so that the reach of the grant becomes larger. So, but we are giving them a special acknowledgement. We also identified a lot of people, about 5-6 of them, who were beyond the startup stage. They're already doing well, but they actually need more of acceleration support. So we also giving them recognition here for acceleration. And I think if NEC can look for giving them acceleration support, they can actually go to the next level then. What we have also found, we very to the who had actually qualified, and we found that people who the selected 50 is one aspect. The rest of them, that is 151, which was left out, even their ideas were very good. Many of them, they were challenged possibly because of communication problems, because their business models had not been developed properly. So we find that there is a lot of scope of even bringing that 200, whom we had shortlisted, to bring them to the next fold of becoming startups and with a little bit of hand-holding. So here I would like to mention that COVID actually became, COVID actually became an opportunity for us, because initially not for us, for the beneficiaries, because initially we were planning to give a 5 lakh grant to 20 people, because we were thinking of having it virtually, physically. Now with a virtual mode, since we are saving a lot on other aspects of doing it physically, so now the grant is going to 30 participants, and that has been done with the due consent of Northeastern Council. Amongst the 30, we have 11 from Assam, 4 from Meghalaya, 5 from Manipur, 1 from Mizoram, 3 from Nagaland, 6 from Sikkim, and overall we have 11 women amongst the 30. So this is in brief our journey, and the experience that we've got, what we feel is this 30, definitely we will give them hand-holding support. We will also do need-specific programs for them in functional areas of management, which is a part of the NERES 1.0 sanction. Along with that, what we also feel is the 151 out of the 200 who, they need a lot of, we can have specialized, orientation program for them, which can easily help us to pull them up to the next level. And there are a lot of experienced people, there are a lot of qualified people amongst the 200 participants which we had shortlisted. But one last thing which I would like to say is a very interesting finding which we found is that people who have qualified, particularly in the first 50, have been mostly people who have experience as well as they are qualified. The rest of the people are more like, many of them are graduates, and there's a little bit of lack of exposure. So possibly orientation programs for them and communication skill programs and communication skills would help them to come up and pitch their ideas. It's also about the 5 minutes which ultimately makes or break a person. So I think a little bit of handholding on communication skills can help them a lot. And leaving the rest of the 600 out of 650, the rest 400 that we have, 450 that we have, possibly we could do entrepreneurship development programs for those 400 and also bring them to the next level. With that, I would once again thank Northeastern Council, FINER, for collaborating with us and giving us this unique opportunity to contribute towards Northeastern region. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that detailed information on NERES. We all just relived all the moments and activities of NERES over the last few months from your address. So now we move on to our next speaker, Mr. Pavitra Buragohai, President FINER. Sir, I would like to request you to brief us on the joint initiative of IIE and FINER. Sir.
Thank you, Madam. Honorable Member of Northeastern Council, Dr. Biman Kumar Dutta, Honorable Member Air Marshal Sri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, respected Sri K. Moses Salai, IAS, Secretary, Northeastern Council, respected Advisor Planning, Advisor Finance, Advisor Banking and Industries, Director IE Dr. Abhijit Sharma, Madam Dr. Sri Ponna Barua, distinguished guests, participants present. On behalf of FINER, I would like to welcome you all to this program. At the very outset, I extend our sincere gratitude to the Northeastern Council for their wholehearted support. Without your support and cooperation, our joint initiative with II would not have been possible. As the President, allow me to introduce our industry association. FINER, that is the Federation of Industry of Northeastern Region, is a homegrown body. As a non-government industry body with over 300 members, all the members are from Northeast only. FINER has, for the past 27 years, worked towards the economic development of the region by creating a common platform for both private and public sectors, besides opening up trade links with neighboring countries. Our organization has from time to time represented business views, advised the government on policies, as a member of important government bodies, both at state and central level, like we are the member of the MSME board, Government of India. We also play an advisory role in addition to bridging this critical gap between the industry and the government. We at FINER always believe that private sector is crucial to the development of this region. However, this is not possible without the encouraging entrepreneurship. A great need of this region is the promotion of entrepreneurship. With this sole objective, FINER and the Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship jointly conceived the idea of NERES in 2018. Since IIE also promotes entrepreneurship, both our organizations share a common goal. We then approached NEC, who were kind enough to fund this first ever entrepreneurship summit to encourage the startups. Speaking from my experience as a first generation entrepreneur, the major problem is in this region is that access to capital. This access to capital is a major obstacle that potential entrepreneurs face. Since 99% of them are from first generation, without having any financial support, business experience, they are unable to arrange the required collateral securities. To address this issue, we started this humble initiative, which was a year-long journey. FINER, as a co-organizer and industry partner, organized boot camps, webinars, provided resource persons and jury members from diverse sectors. After a rigorous selection process, today we have 30 successful entrepreneurs who are beneficiaries of this project. I congratulate all the beneficiaries and hope that they will take advantage of this platform and scale up to the next level. It has been our privilege collaborating with Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship. I take this opportunity to thank once again the Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship on behalf of FINER. I once again thank Northeastern Council, esteemed guests joining us virtually, and wish all the budding entrepreneurs the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we have a small video to be played. That is a video which shows the journey of NERES. So we may play this video, but somehow if it is not visible on your screen, then you can always log into the NERES website. It's live there, so you can watch it there also. So we play the video now.
We are not able to hear the audio of the video presentation.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just checking up on that. I think.
For people who are access to their mobile phones, I guess we can watch it on YouTube.
Seeing such great people talking.
I think the voice is not coming.
Anusia, I think we need to switch it off now.
Yeah. Because I think the voice is not coming. Yes.
The voice is not coming. Anusia, can you hear?
We could go to the next one.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Maybe there was you can
Can
hear
you
the voice.
keep the video, Anusia? You can go to the next one. Huh?
Okay. Ma'am. So that was so we tried to play the video. However, we'll try again later. Now I would also like to share with all of you that we have developed a NERES website, www.neres.org, during this journey. So all of you can log in there. The video is also available there. And maybe we can also have, I'll just show you a screenshot of the NERES homepage, NERES website homepage. So the website has a lot of details like about NERES. The jury profiles are available. All the activities, events are also there available. Sectors are all the sectors, the 8 sectors that was identified under NERES. The winner profiles as well are available. So anybody can log into the website and check the details there. Yeah, so that was only just to inform you. And this website was developed and designed by Geekworks Technologies. So now we move on to our next segment, that is experience sharing by the winners. So we have identified one winner from each of the states to share their thoughts on NERES. So may I request Mr. Rajal Gabil Momen of Meghalaya to speak a few words for a couple of minutes about his experience of NERES, just for 2 minutes. Mr. Rajal, you are there? Mr. Rajal, you are there?
If he is not there, we could go to the next one and then wait for the.
Yeah, Anusia, please go to the next one.
No, actually he is there, but maybe he is not able to hear us.
Whatever you call out the next name, whoever is there.
Okay, Mr. Abhinandan Thakar from Sikkim, you are there?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah,
everyone,
please go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Abhinandan?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abhinandan. And our journey with NERES has been a really great one. It was a very good learning experience for us, especially the boot camps. And I mean, from those boot camps, there were certain things that we are actually going to be implementing very soon. And we feel that this opportunity that NERES has created over this last 1 year journey, as you've mentioned, I'm sure it takes a lot of time to, collect a lot of startups from each and every organization and each and every sector, get them on one platform. So I was very happy to see a lot of other businesses know about them, get to experience them, what they are, where they are working in, which all sectors. Although I was very looking forward to the Guwahati conference because that's where we would have really networked. But we are nonetheless very happy and delighted. And we sure do hope that the NERES 1.0 summit will remain as a legacy in the future, because despite the pandemic, it's went through successfully. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all. Thank you.
Yes, Anushya?
Yes, Anusha.
Yeah, thank you, Abhinandan. I think we also have Rajal joining us here. Mr. Rajal, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries from all over the Northeast, the NEC, Fine and Donia. My name is Vijol. I started in the year 2008 through the help of PMP loan. And it has been a steep learning curve. Joining the boot camps, the webinars helped us a lot. And special thanks to the mentors. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, special thanks to the mentor who has taught us a lot about the business, how to run on the pandemics, and how to go on with the business, even with the hurdles. And that's all for now. And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. So now next we have Mr. Boylal Gamte from Manipur. Mr. Gamte, am I audible to you?
Yeah. Am I audible?
I think he is there.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Please go ahead. Yeah. Yes.
At the very outset, my sincere gratitude to Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship and NEC for the platform. Let me touch quickly on 3 points. For startup to really thrive in Northeast, I guess a conducive environment is very important. And I think NERES 1.0 or a program of such things acts as a catalyst, or it lubricates the system. And I hope that NERES 1.0 will continue, and we will maybe someday have NERES 30.0 or 40.0, which is a challenge which I want to leave it to the organizers. On point number 2, I must also congratulate the organizers for the fact that despite the pandemic, they could complete it. And I guess it was a learning. It's a learning for all startups. In a sense that in a startup life, obviously we will have this twist and turn, uncharted territory, and I guess we should be ready to face and change course and make it right. I think that there was a big learning from the entire experience. And lastly, for us, for Forest Pick, there is a song which says, it's a song sung by Sheryl Crow called First Cut is the Deepest. And for Forest Pick, this experience is the first cut. And we will try to make it as deepest as possible in terms of the impact it is going to have on us. We would be using the grant for building our story, because that is our main USP of our business. And congratulations to all my other winners, and all the best to the participants, and God bless Startup Northeast. Thank you.
Yes, Anusha.
Thank you, Mr. Gante. So next we have Lozano Hamso from Nagaland. Lozano,
Hello.
you are there? Am I
Yes.
audible to you?
Yes, very much. Am I audible
Hello.
there?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Hello,
Yes,
respected,
yes.
respected ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this time. The least we can do right now is thank IIE Guwahati, Finer, NEC, the many panel of mentors, speakers, and the people behind the scenes who have led us here. My journey has been very funny. I was very tempted with the 5 lakhs first. As an entrepreneur, we never get to hear about funds. As an entrepreneur, you're minding your own business, running your own business, you know. So when the chance for this opportunity came about, me and my group of friends, we tried for it. And luckily or unluckily or specially, 3 of us got selected as well from Nagaland. So a very heartfelt, gratitude to everyone who has been involved with this. We have been trying to survive with our own business, but with the 5 lakhs, I think it's going to speak volumes. We're definitely going to be reaching out to more people. We're trying to get in touch with a lot more workforce. We'll try to make an impact that will, stand as a testimony for NERES 1. And yeah, I think the mentorship provided within the course of the workshop was tremendous. It was an excellent panel. There was a complete transparency of selection, and the different levels of people involved with it gave us so much more confidence to believe in whatever we do. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and also congratulations to all my fellow entrepreneurs who've made it this far. May we continue to take this further ahead, and may we all, be a light for the other fellow entrepreneurs who are struggling behind us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Lozano. Next, we have Zosangliana Hangso from Mizoram.
Hello.
Hangso, yeah.
Yes.
Please go
Hello,
ahead.
everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I am Zoa Hangso from Mizoram. As Dr. Siparna had mentioned, I'm very, very grateful for the Outreach program because I'm from Lunglei itself, and I've got to meet Mr. Abitab as well, who was having the workshop over here. So thank you for that. And thank you IIE, NEC, and Finer for organizing this Entrepreneur Summit, NERES 1.0, for keeping our dreams and hopes alive. And thank you to all the NERES team for all the work, including that happened behind the scene, for making this experience such an amazing experience during the summit, regardless of the challenges that happens all over the country. And I am truly honored to be a part of the finalists among these hundreds of amazing entrepreneurs all across Northeast. And the various workshops like boot camps, webinars have been such a tremendous help for me, which have opened up like knowledge hub, valuable information, which I am implementing in my business as of now. Lastly, I truly believe that this segment, this summit will play a significant role in improving and creating opportunities for our society, for our fellow beings, to Northeast people, and most of all, for our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Lastly, we have Amarjyoti Chomua from Assam. Mr. Chomua, are you there? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Yeah,
Good afternoon to you all. I'm Amarjyoti Chamua, founder of Somo Engineering and Machineries. So this is a very happy moment for all of us as we come to the end of NERES 1. And I thank the NERES team for such a wonderful event that you all have organized. And I feel all my fellow entrepreneurs also feel the same. You all have given us an opportunity to test our ideas, business ideas, in front of some very experienced people around throughout the country, and we all have gained a lot of valuable inputs to our business ideas through the entire process. I like the boot camps a lot because we got to hear some industry experts from across the industries. And I thank IIE, Finer, and NEC for building our confidence to move ahead in this entrepreneur's journey, and more so so when we are going through such a tough time in business because of the pandemic. I feel the entire process of NERES 1 was had a beautiful concept in it, and I think all the other incubators of India can adopt this model. And I request you all, NERES team, to organize such events regularly so that more entrepreneurs come up and do something for their society. And congratulations to all the fellow winners and also the people who have participated in this process. Best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sharma. So thanks to all the winners who just shared their opinion on NERES, and we are glad that everybody said that boot camp has really helped you all. So that's really good to hear for us as well. Finally, we move on to the certificate distribution to the winners of NERES, the 30 top winners. Now I request my colleague Namrata to take us through the certificate distribution of the winners. Namrata, over to you.
Thank you so much, Anisa ma'am. So to present the first set of 10 winners, we have respected Dr. Biman Kumar Datta, member NEC Northeast Council, as the guest of honor. The list of the winners goes on alphabetically. You can press the read more button if you wish to know more about the startups in the website. So first we have Abhinandan Dhakal, representing Shorten Group, sector Agri and Food Tech. This startup from Sikkim deals with agricultural and horticulture, exotic cultivation and food processing in the Himalayas. They manufacture a product named Yakun syrup, which is a natural supplement for the management of various health issues. Shorten Group has currently 400 families in their farmer families in their network.
Maybe there is a slight connection disturbance. Otherwise, we could have given a pop-up of Abhinandan Hakal with his detail of this idea. So, we just 1 second.
We have a technical glitch out here. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes. All right, we'll move on to the next winner. Next is Eroshil Namericum from representing Nibia Devices. Sector IT and ITES, State Manipur. Nibia Devices is an IoT data-driven management kit and platform on aquaculture for measuring and maintaining various water parameters. Next, we have Mr. Amarjyoti Chomua representing Chomua Engineering and Machineries Private Limited. Sector Agri and Food Tech, State Assam. The startup developed a battery-operated paddy transplanter for small farm mechanization. They had received some initial financial help from Assam Science and Technology and developed a prototype of the machine. The company has started working on several such high-end agricultural tools and also livestock housing for the benefit of the farming community. Next, we have Mr. Babatkar Khar representing Kaktian Media. Sector Media and Entertainment, State Meghalaya. Kaktian Media is a digital platform for audio and visual content. It produces original and quality content in all three formats, written, audio, and visual. At the heart of Kaktian Media is another initiative, Half in One, which is a space for journalism and narrative, nonfiction, comics and cartoons, short stories and poetry, art and creativity. The next winner is Baldila T. Sangma, representing Ama Foods, Sector Agri and Food Tech, State Meghalaya. It's a home-based food processing unit, especially jackfruit and value-added products. Next, we have Bharati Aribam, representing Hillsland EduVenture Private Limited, Sector Services. The startup from Manipur developed a tech-enabled vernacular educational platform called iTude Learning App. Hillsland EduVenture produced 8 top rankers in HSLC examination 2020, including first rank. They had also participated in Northeast Fun Fest and got selected as the only fundable edutech company in Northeast. Next, we have Boilal Gante from representing Forest Pick, Sector Health and Wellness, State Manipur. Forest Pick is involved in production and marketing of wild tea. Currently, they have about 10,000 digital footprints, mainly from social media and 1,000 from website traffic. Some of the achievements in their journey include customers in 6 countries and 3 continents. They have been featured in a documentary made by T-Board and also in leading newspapers like Mint and The Telegraph. Next, we have Chimi Bhutia, representing Laxtal Design Studio, Sector Textile and Handicraft, State Sikkim. Laxtal Design Studio is involved in the manufacturing of handicraft products using recycled paper, bamboo, and jute. Laxtal is currently working with almost 70 rural artisans around Sikkim and other northeastern states. Its e-commerce portal, www.blackstyle.com, is one of its kind store, which promotes sustainable solutions in handicraft products. Next, we have Mr. Dinesh Lahoti, representing Career Spark, Sector Services, State Assam. Career Spark is an experiential career mentoring and guidance venture for students. It offers career counseling and assessment, personalized mentoring for academics, entrance exam, overseas education, and career skills. Career Spark has helped more than 2,000 students till.
Okay, thank you, Namrata, for reading out the names. Actually, there is a technical glitch, so we think we will come back to this after some time. Maybe first now move on to our speakers. May I request our guest of honor, Dr. Biman Kumar Datta, member NEC, to give his address. Sir.
I am happy to attend this valedictory program of the Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit held today. And this has been organized by the Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, Guwahati. I have been informed that they have successfully completed various activities under NERES 1 in association with Federation of Industries and Commerce of Northeastern Region, FINA, under the sponsorship of Northeastern Council. I also understand that the NERS is aimed at studying up entrepreneurial minds across the Northeastern states and to promote startup entrepreneurs by offering them a platform to pitch their business ideas and also to address various challenges faced by the startups in the region. Due to the crisis emerging out of COVID-19 situation, they went ahead with the webinars, boot camps, and final pitching of the business ideas through digital mode. This approach is worth appreciation. With these few words, I would like to congratulate Dr. Abhijit Sharma, Director, Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, and Sri Pavitra Buragohain, President of FINER, for successfully organizing this program. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your address. Now, may I request guest of honor, retired Air Marshal Shri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, PVSM, EVSM, VSM. Sir, I request you to say a few words, please.
Dr. Abhijit Sharma and the NERES team, I'm extremely happy to be present here this morning. It's an excellent presentation that you have made. I have a couple of points for your consideration. Firstly, I must congratulate the winners today, the 30 of them. But I'm disappointed that the state of Arunachal is not represented in this lot. It is my request to IIE that they find ways and means of inculcating some people from the state so that they come up to the standards. I'm not saying that you let the standards down, but I think it will be good if you are able to induct some of them in NERES 2 or maybe at some later date. A couple of points for the winners of today's event. I think for you young entrepreneurs, it is quite clear that you have a vision, you have a dream, and you have a process. So this dream and this process has been acknowledged today. It's a success as far as you are concerned. But the road ahead is a difficult one. And you will have to motivate your team. You will have to get together a team which has got the same dream as you. Translate your dream into a process and achieve success. All these successes, I think, must go to the team. And should there be failures, it must be you, the leader of the team, who takes the responsibility. But don't lose heart. There will be failures, there is no doubt, but you cannot give up. And that is actually exemplified by one person. I keep quoting him from history, and that is Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States of America. And I'm not going to tell you his failures, because he had so many failures in life that you cannot imagine. Just Google failures of Abraham Lincoln and you will find it. But he never lost heart. And he says, success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So you have had success today. It doesn't mean it is the end of the road. It is just the beginning. And I'm sure that we will see success of each one of you. And that reminds me, way back in my life, I'm sure all of you have heard about Captain Gopinath, Air Deccan, ₹1 a ticket. Just to give you a personal example, he was a small boy from a small town in Karnataka, joined a Sainik school in Bijapur in 1962. I joined the Sainik school at Gwalpara in 1964. We both joined the National Defense Academy at Pune. I got commissioned into the Air Force. He got commissioned into the Army. Served for 10 years, I think. Got to a rank of captain. Gave up a good career in the Army. And went into airline business with nothing in his pocket. With nothing in his pocket. And being a friend of mine, I used to discourage him quite a bit. But what a success he became. The same airline was sold to Vijay Mallya. See what he did to it. So what I'm saying is that it is for you to now build on your success and encourage your team to achieve your dream. I once again congratulate each one of you and also request you that people around you who have not made it, help them out. Give the people, the society around you, jobs so that the society can grow. And I'm sure we will see more of you in the near future. We'll hear more about you all in the near future. And I thank IIE and the NERES team for an excellent process that you have put into place. And I'm sure we will find more people to encourage in the future. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those encouraging words. Definitely, failure is the pillar of success. So with that thought, maybe we can move on to our next speaker. I would now request our guest of honor, Shri K. Moses Chalai, IAS, Secretary, NEC. Sir, please.
Thank you. Professor Datta, Air Marshal Gogoi, respected members of the NSC, the IE teams, the finer team, my colleagues here, and all the participants. It's indeed a happy day for all of us, for all of us to be a part of this event. And to begin with, I would like to congratulate all the awardees, the IIE, the finer, and everyone who were involved in the process at every stage. We all know the importance of entrepreneurship, the importance of these startups, innovations, which has been always there in human history, but the proportion and the speed and the dimensions it is they are taking now, taking up, they're moving on. It's it's becoming very, very different and very fast. And also we are living in a time when someone can really propel to very big heights. And the unicorns that we have in this world are very often starting from nowhere. So this is one such initiative and effort
And we are very happy that and we have learned from the director IE and team that they were quite actually they themselves were quite amazed, and they were even surprised by the kind of such creative ideas and proposals that were there with the young people. And also that this initiative, of course, has given them that some needed value addition to already what they were having. All the winners of today's event, and also the ones who also are equally good, are all young people full of ideas, and now with tremendous exposure to knowledge, ideas from across the globe. I know now your generation that way is now living in amazing times. At the click of a button, you can now you can just move across and find out what's all happening. Unlike our times when we begin our careers in life. Well, this NERES 1 is a wonderful initiative, as modest as it is, as small as it is. But we are encouraged, and we would like to move forward in, stage by stage, and surely the scale would slowly climb up. One thing that we would like to request is that through IE is that no, we would like as brief write up of all of them. I mean, we just heard the testimonies of our winners, and could see that what they're up to. But we would like also the full text of the initiatives of each one of them, and we would like to go personally. I would like to really go through, and also those very good ones who are not in this group for limitations of resource, but are also equally good. So we would like to look at what all great things and good things are brewing up and happening in the region. As I said, I also would like to mention one thing, that this actually 5 lakhs for awardee is very, very modest. I mean, to begin with, it's not even a big amount to talk about. It's not even an amount to talk about. Though, well, every added resource is helpful, but nevertheless, it's just more of that to give that spark, to give that trigger enough, to encourage you. But here I would like to quickly add that there are other schemes out there which can provide you much bigger the resource, and like the various schemes which are happening in MSME ministry, and of course the banks, who are always very, very shy, but these are the the sources where you can avail that much needed resources. The other day I had a small chat with the director IE, and requested him to look into the provisions that are there available in the MSME, and how our people from the region, and especially our team here, and the young people can take advantage of that. As I understand that the MSME also has revisited and relooked and reworked, tweaked some of their guidelines. Very often these guidelines are, of course, sometimes we feel that they are one size fits all, and often may not be the most suitable of guidelines of the region. But nevertheless, we can take full advantage of that. And I would like to urge and request all of you to look into other sources. I want to, as I said, that want to conclude by saying that we at Northeast, we also have got our limitations, resources scarce everywhere. But however, we would like to keep a close watch of all watch over every one of doing. We would through IIE would like to cross check and find out and follow you from time to time as to what actually is happening. I know every entrepreneurship is saddled with risk, That's a part of the thing, and you take huge risk. Something which people like me from the government, we are not known for risk taking. We are almost by career, we are almost like a risk aversion when it comes to our own personal lives. But the fact that you all are coming forward and you have the strategies, you have preparations, and you have the risk appetite is something really, really appreciable. And we would like to again congratulate all of you, pray for all of you, wish for all of you that you will be trendsetters, and that these small beginnings of all of us, I'm sure, will be the stepping stone for bigger efforts together in the days to come, and that many of your colleagues and juniors and younger lots will also see as you as models. And that we from a NEC, with the guidance of our the members, our two members, and with the support of my colleagues, we will move forward, and we will see that the initiative that we have started is taken towards the logical end. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We would now request other guests, distinguished guests, planning advisor, financial advisor, advisor, banking and industries, if anybody would like to say a few words from NEC. Or we can, if there's anybody, then otherwise. Okay, so sir, actually we had planned out this valedictory program in a very innovative way. We tried to create a platform online to give away the certificates virtually. So there was a technical hitch on this because of some reason, but now I think we can go ahead and just rerun the program, rerun the winners and just speak out their names and not go into the details, but you can at least have a look at them in the platform.
So first, we have Abhinandan Dhakal representing Shorten Group from the state of Sikkim, a sector agri and food tech. Next, we have Eroshil Namerikapam representing Nivea Devices, sector IT and ITES, state Manipur. Next, we have Amarjyoti Somua representing Somua Engineering and Machineries Private Limited, sector Agri and Food Tech, state Assam. Next, we have Babat Kaur Khar from Kakkitian Media, sector Media and Entertainment, state Meghalaya. Next, we have Baldila T. Sangma, state Meghalaya, sector Agri and Services. Next is Bharati Aribam from state of Manipur, sector Services. Next, we have Koilal Kante representing Forest Peak, state Next, we have Chini Bhutia from the state of Sikkim, sector textile and handicraft. Next, we have Dinesh Lahoti from the state of Assam, sector services. Next, we have Mr. Deepak Tumu from the state of Assam, sector services. Our next guest of honor will be presenting the certificates to the next set of 10 winners is Air Marshal Shri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, PVSM, AVSM, BSM retired, member NEC. So next winner is Elika Awomi, state Nagaland, sector textile and handicraft. Next, we have Ishita Das from the state of Assam, sector textile and handicraft. Next, we have Kumangtem Rakesh Singh from the state of Manipur, sector agri and allied services. Next, we have Linkang Konsam from the state of Manipur, sector services. Next, we have Lozano R. Hamso from the state of Nagaland, sector textile and handicraft. Next, we have Maitreya Goswami from the state of Assam, sector services. Next, we have Manisha from the state of Sikkim, sector tourism. Next, we have Mukul Chandra Verma from the state of Assam, sector services. Next, we have Ningnethem from the state of Nagaland, sector textile and handicraft. Next, we have Pranay Kumar from the state of Agri and Allied Services. Our guest of honor, who will be presenting the certificates to the next set of 10 winners, is Shri K.M. Moses Chalai, IAS, Secretary, NEC, Northeast Council. The next winner is Pritam Pani from the state of Sikkim, sector waste management and renewable. Next, we have Ranjit Borwa from the state of Assam, sector health and wellness. Next, we have Ratan Kumar Ghimire from the state of Assam, sector tourism. Next, we have Rijal Gabil Momin from the state of Meghalaya, sector agri and allied services. The next winner is Rida Gatpo from the state of Meghalaya, sector textile and handicraft. Next,
we have Shaswati Talukdar from the state of Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services.
Next,
we have Sonam Choden from the state of Sikkim, Sector Textile and Handicraft. Next, we have Sumit Das from the state of Assam, Sector Services. Next, we have Sukuraj Gogoi from the state of Assam, Sector Tourism. And last but not the least, we have Josaliana Hangzo from the state of Mizoram, Sector Textile and Handicraft.
Thank you so much, Namrata, and congratulations to all the winners of NERES 1.0. So just to inform you all, we have started the process for the transfer of the grant, and it shall be completed by next week. And you may log on to the NERES website for downloading your certificates. Certificates will also be available for the shortlisted top 50 ideas, the 30 winners, and also special mention category. Here, I would like to mention about a winner profile booklet that NERES team had come up with. Here is a glimpse of the booklet. We will just take a minute or two to share the booklet, show you the booklet. And very soon the booklet will be circulated with everyone over mail, over WhatsApp, and we will also circulate it on social media sites. So this booklet, the winner profile booklet, is this visible to everyone? So this is the booklet, looks like. So the booklet has all the 30 winners with all their profiles. So we shall be circulating it soon with everyone. So now we move on to the next category, that is the special mention category. They are the promising emerging enterprises. The special mention category belongs to those ideas which are promising and already have a proven business idea. The special mentions require acceleration support, venture funding, rather than the grant. NERES is happy to associate with them in the future, providing them with specialized services, accelerating support, network building, etc. Maybe going ahead, we can build up a mentorship and accelerating framework for all these sorts of ideas. So here is the special mention ideas. Namrata, may you please take us through the special mentions.
All right. The first is AgriThink Service LLP from the state of Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next, All Pro Auto Consultants, State Assam, Sector Services. Next, Arnab Kumar Burman, State Assam, Sector IT and Next, we have Vijay Shankar Rajkumar, State Assam, Sector Tourism. Next, we have Viswajit Paul, State Assam, Sector Health and Wellness. Next, we have Bodhayan Datta, State Assam, Sector Services. Next, we have David Gogoi, State Assam, Sector Waste Management and Renewable. Next, we have Dr. M. Dayananda Mete, State Manipur, Sector Health and Wellness. Next, we have Dr. Priyangshu Manap Sharma, State Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services.
Next, we have Harsha P. Deka, State Assam, Sector IT and ITES. Next, we have Nabajyoti Das, State Assam, Sector Health and Wellness. Next is Neeraj Parekh from the state of Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next is Northeast Farm Sales Promotion, State Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next is Rahul Datta, State Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next, we have Rituparna Buragohai, State Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next is Softcap Venture, State Assam, Sector Tourism. Next is Surya Prakash Borthakur, State Assam, Sector Agri and Allied Services. Next is Trishna Sri Datta, State Assam, Sector Health and Wellness. And last but not the least, it's Mriganka Guhai, State Assam, Sector IT and ITES.
Thank you, Namrata, and congratulations to the special mentions. All your certificates will be available on the NERES website in a day or two's time, so you can download it from there. And now, before we move on to the vote of thanks, I would request any of our guests, like jury members, anybody who would like to say a few words. Achinta Sharma, sir, if you would say a few words, who was a member of the jury with us, if you would like to say a few words.
Yeah, just let me get it up. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Achinta.
Sir, am I audible to you?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, thank you, Nusia. Thank you, IIE, for this.
I think he is not there. If it, yeah, I can see, sir. Yeah.
He's there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Ochinta, go on. Go ahead.
Yeah, so first, thanks to Anupriya and the entire team, IIE, Shriparna, Abhijit, all of you. I think it's a great event that you have, first imagined, visualized, then, so beautifully organized, immaculate planning, and also with the disruption that came in. It's not an ordinary disruption, and to organize such a event in almost flawlessly a manner, I think has been remarkable. So congratulations to all of you. And we had a great time doing the summit itself. Some of the these interactions that we had, it was so nice because the kind of people, the kind of we had thoughts to share, and many of it was also to do with the reaction that we had to do with the pandemic and the opportunities, new opportunities that have come up. I think that's also remarkable. And while being in the jury, it was even more, I would say, inspiring to all of us that such great ideas came out of youngsters. Although we have been talking about ability to articulate, I think that's one aspect. But I think in spite of that, I think people came with very good presentations. We had a strict timing that everybody had to adhere to. Yet, I think within those constraints, the people did very well. Key things did come out. So I would say that the quality was there. And I think going forward, we have been discussing in the IIE and elsewhere that I think continuous monitoring and mentoring, I think that's the key thing, that we could all pitch in our resources, our brains, our ideas, and help this set of young entrepreneurs and see that they are successful. I think this is just a part of the journey. We have only, I would say, taken the first step. I think taking them forward and making them really, really successful, I think that is when we should all feel successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We also have other guests with us if anybody would like to speak. Mr. Jain Jalan is also there. He took us through the entire boot camp. A great value was added to all the participants with his inputs. Mr. Jalan, if you would like to say a few words.
Good afternoon, and great to be associated with such a program. And coincidentally, it's second such program I've been associated with. First was with Power of Ideas, which is a CIE at IIM Ahmedabad initiative with Government of India, and another Government of India project here, and very well executed. The best part about this program was the people who were actually organizing it wanted this to be something which we can be proud of, something which would stand the test of time. And very honestly, I had a few inputs, and we had suggested some things. I mean, personally, I had suggested something because I was in Power of Ideas. I wanted this to match that, and that it has done that, and it has exceeded in levels because Northeast has a unique proposition wherein we have to also put in more outreach efforts, and instead of just social, we went through with the physical outreach. I remember when the registrations were going, and just an insider tidbit, we were expecting some XYZ number, and we ended up with more than that, way more than that. So, and the team had done incredible work. The amount of ideas that had come through and the variety of ideas that coming through reminded me of the time when I was at IIM and with the program. So the whole initiative here, the whole team wanted it to be a quality initiative, hence the entry form. We started from the conceptualization, like it was mentioned, it was well conceptualized. It was because in the starting, they actually, the management, Shiparna madam and everyone, they actually called me and asked me to share my experience. I did that. And to their credit, they took it and refined it to the next level for Northeast India. And once that was done, the program was on a good start. And after that, how the pitching sessions happened, the amount of local expertise pulled in, the amount of national expertise pulled in, the webinars, everything was taken a notch higher. And very proud to have been associated with this program, because it is a program that has set a new standard in I think so. I wouldn't be wrong if I say if it sets a new standard in Eastern India. Lot many big private as well as government incubators have done a lot of programs, but they need some amount of doing to match up to this. The comprehension in this, the questions, and there were multiple questions set to verify. So people who have got through this are people who have something of value with them, because the questions and this system was planned in a way by the team in such a way that if you were making just harakiri, or if you're just bluffing, you would be caught out in a second. So extremely proud and very happy. Congratulations to all the winners. It was great interacting with you, and I look forward to being a part of more such events. And thank you for considering me worthy enough to be a part.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jalan. Anybody? I think I can see Mr. Sanjeev Sharma. If just 1 minute, if you can share something, if you would like to share something.
Good afternoon, everyone. Most of my words have been already spoken by Mr. Jalan and Mr. Sharma. But okay, let me tell you what is the difference I have noticed is this entire NERS was very systematic. The approach itself was very systematic, and it was far away from the red tapeism, which actually follows in many government departments. Actually, it happens. But here, what was the priority? The priority was only on the entrepreneurship, and the IIE took this thing very well, and they from the beginning itself, from the initiation itself, they took entrepreneurs very seriously. They took all the suggestions from the entrepreneurs in the field. They have made the questionnaires, they have made all those things which is part of this the entire summit was actually with the discussion and various stakeholders from the industry, academia, as well as the budding entrepreneurs. Okay, so everybody was part of it, and it is a beautiful example of a teamwork. And I can say that yes, as Mr. Jalan said, that I mean, even the private boot camps and incubation initiatives cannot match the quality and the systematic approach this NERS platform has shown. In fact, it is the first platform which is totally on the technological sphere and with a very transparent approach. The entire system was so technically designed and done, from the registration to now this valedictory function. Everything is on the technology, and it is beautifully done with the support of all the stakeholders, jury members, II team, the technology team members, and the entrepreneurs and startups basically. Even I can see that the winners who have actually won this, most of them have done it. The presentations were done online, and they also match the technological this thing. The you can say due to this COVID and all, no? They have matched beautifully with the platform. So I thank everyone, and for me also it's a beautiful experience, and I would like to be part of more initiatives such like this. Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Actually, the video which we could not play has the link has been shared in your chat box. You can always play there and see it encapsulates all the activities and hard work that went into making NERES a success. This is a very beautifully done video created by the Cow India team, a partner of NERES. So you can have a look at it later. Before we move on to the vote of thanks, there we have the partners, Northeastern Council organized the sponsor Northeast Council organized by IIE, then Knowledge Partner Startup India, Knowledge Partner Facebook, Technology Partner Geekworks Works Technologies, and Creative Partner Dikhao India. So I thank every one of you for this beautiful association with us. Now I would request Mr. Rajiv Goswami from Finer to give the vote of thanks. Sir.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Dr. Bimal, Dr. Member NEC, Air Marshal Shri Anjan Kumar Gogoi, Member NEC, Shri K. Moses Chalai, IAS Secretary NEC, Shri Kelvin Harris Karshing, Advisor NEC, G. Panbe, Advisor NEC, and Mrs. R. Lalrodigi, Advisor NEC, other distinguished guests, invitees, jury members, colleagues, and entrepreneur friends. The support from NEC, Northeastern Council, has been immense. And I have the privilege to express on behalf of the NERES team our sincere gratitude to Secretary NEC and his team of advisors. At this juncture, I must also thank Mr. Ram Muivasa, former Secretary of NEC, for his support during his stay at NEC. We shall look forward to further support from NEC in our effort to establish a healthy ecosystem for entrepreneurship development in the Northeastern region. For this purpose, we shall shortly be seeking an appointment from Honorable Secretary NEC, and we hope that he will kindly agree to give us an appointment. We are grateful to the Ministry of Donor and the officials of Donor for their support, and would especially thank former Donor Secretary Mr. Naveen Verma for his guidance right from the initial stages. We are thankful to Mr. Paul Mukhtia, CMD NEDFI, for his support and guidance during the journey. And of course, the entrepreneurs, students who participated in the contest with so much of zeal and conviction. I was part of many of their presentations, and it was really eye-opener for me to see people coming from every nook and corner making such beautiful presentations. We are grateful to the universities, the institutions for giving us cooperation and space to conduct our outreach programs, which had many, as mentioned earlier. And as we come to the finale of NERES 1.0, I must mention that this has been possible due to a very strong combination between IIE and FINER, and I must thank both the teams of IIE and FINER and their backup IT teams who have done a tremendous job. And as mentioned earlier, we plan to launch NERES 2.0 and continue this effort now onwards with, of course, all the support from Northeastern Council, as the Honorable Secretary himself has mentioned, that this is a humble beginning, but that first step is always the critical step. So thank you, all of you, and all the best to the winning candidates and also those who participated so eagerly and anxiously. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So with that, we come to the end of the program. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, NEC officials from our side. I'm sorry for a small glitch, but I think eventually all wells that ends well. So thank you, everyone, for the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're considering for the second one.